We're on our way to Robbie.
Look, Stonehenge.
How'd you even see that? Like, how did you even... Okay. Get that chicken leg.
Chicken leg.
If you want. I was going to suggest...
Going to see Robbie?
Well, obviously, but I was actually going to suggest before you go all the way up there to check out the stable. I don't remember if we looked in the stable.
No.
Oh, there's someone just chilling out here.
I'll ask you as many times as it takes. Isn't Master Koga really dreamy?
Master Koga?
He's the leader of
Oh,
the Yuga clan,
you.
master of countless Sheikah secrets and sworn enemy of a hero thought long dead. I'll take your life.
You got this. Just use your, powers. It doesn't look like they're really terribly strong. It's like you did a lot of damage with just the one. Yeah, they did a quarter of it. I think they're mostly just like a funny thing. Like, oh, look at these guys. They're very bad at fighting.
That's a very slow weapon.
Oh, that's Wimplo. We trained him wrong as a joke.
Bananas.
Banana. Let's see what else is Oh my god, you're at the friggin' Parthenon. But it, it fell down more. And it got smaller. You trying to yeet? You can't.
I was.
You can't yeet that. The yeet button for that uses it. There was an attempted yeeting. Police are at the crime scene and they're like, it looks like they attempted to yeet. Certainly a Oh, you can't pick that up.
No.
This is almost certainly
Mifa's grace is ready.
Thank you.
good timing. Making some friends. This is almost certainly where like a Korok is, right?
Top of the hill? Wait.
Top of the
There
hill.
was a butterfly. Where'd the butterfly go?
I was gonna say probably something to do with the actual structure, right?
I mean, I don't see anything.
Crawl up there,
Crawl
maybe.
up there?
I mean, you're the one that ran over here, so now I'm like, we gotta find something to make it worthwhile. There's also a rare beetle on that tree. See
Oh,
it?
I see it, yeah.
You're gonna have to probably...
There's nothing.
Okay, you're gonna have to get down carefully and sneak. But you can grab that one. Make Beetle happy. Already got that. Energetic. Oh, he's gone.
It's fine.
You did run at the boy.
I did. There's like nothing here.
Let's see, what is that? Hey, it's an energetic. Oh, he's gone. I feel like there probably is something here, but it's not incredibly vital that we figure it out right this second.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's dead. East Akkala Stable.
Dog!
Tail chasing puppers. Hylian Retriever. How have we not taken pictures of the dogs yet? I guess we just never thought to. Good job, Mal.
Alright, did we talk to you earlier?
I don't think so. Colorful leaves gently falling, a fort that fell to the great calamity, unspeakable sorrow surrounds this landscape. Hey, we meet again! Are you out traveling as well? I've traveled all over the world, so I'm happy to tell you about new places if you want. If you have a picture to show me, let's see it already.
Check my album.
My album. This is my Instagram. I know I've seen that spring and that goddess statue before. There's a place like that at the ruins in North Akkala Valley. Maybe it's Akkala instead of Akkala. Whatever. To the west of here. Pretty much directly west of here. I'm certain you'll be able to find it without much trouble. So straight west. You want to just mark that on the map?
Yeah.
Oh,
You think it's
that's
this?
it. That's it. Okay. Give it something special. A gem. A pot. I don't. Sure. That's where we're gonna be cooking.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. Jump on him. He'll love it. Yeah, that's probably the same. That's probably what we're looking for. Yep. Read it. This is Tracy. I have a taste for the rumors of the world. It's long gone and world's yet to come. Everyone gossiping in the present world. Here's my favorite bit of the latest news. Treasures of the falling star.
Oh, we found one of them.
The stars spread out in the sky like a tapestry, and across that expanse you see one streak of light, a shooting star. And I've heard that there is a treasure waiting where these stars have landed. The next time you see one, why not track it down and see where it lands? Tracy's recommendation, 4 stars.
Thanks, Tracy.
Okay, well that did not update any quest lines, but that person may. You do them.
Good evening. I haven't seen you around here. Boy, you sure have strong taste. You look like someone who's traveled willy-nilly all over the world.
Who?
That's us to a T.
Strong or strange?
Sorry, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nobo. I've traveled everywhere, but at the end of the day, I like Akkala best of all. That's why I'm pretty familiar with stuff around here. Is there something you want to know?
This area?
Let's see. If you go west up to the stable, there's a sacred place called the Spring of Power. Offer the sacred article to the Spring of Power. That's what the legend says. Maybe it was part of the ritual the Princess of Hyrule Castle used to perform. Anything else you want to know?
Farther areas?
There's a lighthouse looking home north of here. No one was there when I last stopped by, though. Anything else?
Goodbye. So that's interesting. The Spring of Power is where we need to go anyway to get the photo. Huh.
I see Beetle.
Good evening.
It might be a Lionel, though.
I've been on patrol duty lately. The name's Hawes. Jeez, it's gotten dangerous around here lately.
It has...
Yes.
I see a shrine.
Oh, wow. Me too.
Recently, I've been hearing about a suspicious guy named Kilton. He runs a shop called Fang and Bone. They say he goes around pushing some kind of cart night after night. He's been making people around here uncomfortable with his suspicious and otherworldly activity. Do you know Kilton?
No.
No, I see. Well, if you see any suspicious people, please tell me what they look like in detail. Really, if you see this Kilton character, please tell me all the juicy details. I'm counting on you. I would go ahead and take a photo of that shrine, because you can only see it on... It's barely... Okay. We could barely see it. I don't... Oh, I knew I'd see you again. I think that technically makes you my stalker. Ha 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 ha! But seriously, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop following me around. Who am I kidding? I love the attention. What are you looking for? Are you selling? I'm sure I have something you'll find useful. Please have a good look. Briefly, I was like, why didn't he try to take your beetle? And then I realized you didn't get it. Oh, we've already marked it. And we were so excited, too. We were like, wow, look at that.
Delete.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
Okay.
It's the thought that counts. So, not taking Kepi, though, huh?
No. It allows me to go do things like look up here. Oh, it's one of those lanterns.
Yeah, you just passed one, too. There was one by the stable.
Probably gonna have to do the same thing we did before.
Yeah, because it was a lighthouse then, too. So, lighthouses require light. Tid paths leading up to them.
Who'd have thunk?
Or they're illegal. Ooh. Big friends. That's right. Go ahead and get smashed there. They hate it when you attack the tailbone. That's what they hate the least. There's some tools.
Yeah.
Steering clear of the fire keys, I see.
Yeah. Didn't we want to catch those? Or take a photo? Did you ever get your photo?
I don't think I did, so this would be a good opportunity.
Got it.
Thank you, Mel. Good work. They're hard to take a photo of. They have to be in dead center of the frame, and it looks like you have to kind of keep them there for a second.
Let's go.
Because there doesn't seem to be any, you know, limit on the crafting materials.
You just take
You
everything
just
you can.
take
Mhm.
everything. Like if you can see it. Oh, there's another beetle on the left. See him?
Let's get it.
Let's be a sneaky sneak. You can try and take a photo if you want.
It looks like the energizing one.
You had an opportunity.
I know.
You lost it.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I tried.
You gotta be quicker than that.
I guess I do. What the?
Huh. That is not what I expected to find around the next bend. Fortunately, it does look like it's
Not moving.
It's just the gun emplacement part. So you should be able to get around it, should you choose. You know, it's if we do have to light this path, then that's going to make it harder. It's going to make it much harder.
Yeah.
But it looks like you went around, so you're good. So maybe it's not that bad.
Hopefully.
Also, when we talked to Nobo, she said that there was nobody
I mean,
up here.
there was a lot of weird rumors about the last one.
Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. Burp, 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 burp. I finally made it! Crash! It's... And it's...
Hi. Hey, you. What are you doing here?
That guy's got hair almost like mine.
Are you the one called Link?
Yeah.
That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, there would be something important I'd need to tell you. But how can I determine with full certainty whether or not you are the true hero? Yes, how indeed? Yes, if you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago, that should prove you are truly Link.
The wounds.
Yes, the number of scars on your body, just as I remember. Most seem to have healed, but they do line up with the scars I know you got during the Great Calamity 100 years ago. Yes, I acknowledge you as the real Link. So, let us begin again. I am the lead guardian researcher and director of the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab.
She's frozen.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Dr. Robbie! In any case, I really am impressed that you made it all the way out to this rather remote location. Did you perchance meet Pyrrha and borrow her power?
I'm a child.
Pyrrha, a child? What? She really is a kid? Or do you mean that Pyrrha aged backwards and she is now a child?
Pure got younger.
Are you certain?
So she's as crazy as ever.
Okie doke.
Knowing her, I'm guessing she screwed up some experiment. Yes, typical. Let us return to the subject at hand.
Did you know that the Calamity is regaining its power?
Yeah.
I see. Then I don't need to tell you my story.
Do you want me to?
I don't care.
Yes, I see. In that case, you. Now is the time to join forces with Ashika, yes? We must destroy the Calamity.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes, yeah, that is correct. You and I are going to join forces to put an end to the Calamity. And on that note, sorry for the long preamble, but I'd like to provide you with some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Cherry.
The ancient oven creates ancient soldier gear, but I fear she's out of sorts at the moment. I'm afraid someone will have to bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace again. Okay. We'll do it. Put your clothes back on, Link.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm powering through. And check it out. How was that? I figured I'd give an impression of Hot and No Ancient Tech Lab's director, Purra, a shot. Maybe it was a bit much for the first time meeting you, though?
Yeah.
Link, don't worry about it. It's all okay. So, what do you need from me?
Who are you?
Hey, I'm Jaren. Check it out. I'm an amateur scholar of ancient history, to be honest. I've been focusing a lot of my research on shrines.
You're an amateur, all right.
Oh, that reminds me, Link. There's somewhere you need to go. The left eye of Skull Lake. I know there's a shrine there, but it's a challenge to get to it. The left eye of Skull Lake is higher up. The right one is lower down. If you run into Kilton, you're on the wrong eye.
Well, at least now we know how to find Kilton.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the lake.
Have you got any other questions?
Robbie?
Robbie is one of the researchers of ancient civilizations. He was studying guardians at Hyrule Castle 100 years ago.
He's a chameleon.
Oh, Robbie, we're a half century apart age-wise, but we'd never let that get in the way. He and I are married. Yes, indeed. Together we run the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. We got a son as well. Have you got any other questions?
Several now.
That's right, we've got one son. His name is Grante. Have you seen him in your travels?
No.
Really? Well, if you see him, be nice to him, okay? Have you got any other questions? No.
No.
See you later.
The skull's eye.
Torch. Do we need a torch?
Probably gonna need a torch to do this mission. So you're probably gonna have to put something on the floor. Open the menu, put on the floor any weapon you don't want anymore. Robbie's memoirs.
Let me start from the beginning. It was 100 years ago. Calamity Ganon had already swallowed Princess Zelda. Dr. Purr and I had already taken Link to the Shrine of Resurrection and left him to recover. Dr. Purr and I departed for Kakariko Village, where we left Lady Impa. All three of us couldn't stay together, of course. We couldn't risk Calamity Ganon getting all of us in one strike. If that happened, there'd be no one left to deliver Princess Zelda's message to Link when he recovered and woke up. We had to ensure at least one of us would be able to talk to him. So, Dr. Purr and I set out to survive as long as we could. We were lucky. We found large amounts of ancient energy in the Akkala and Akkala regions. We could continue our research. Just as we had in Hyrule Castle, we could again set ourselves to finding some way to seal Calamity Ganon away. We decided who would go where in the only fair way. Rock, paper, scissors. I set out for Akkala soon after. I was all set to go to Akkala, but first I decided to go with Dr. Purr to the ancient energy source in Akkala. Actually, that implies I had any choice. Dr. Purr laid on a pretty heavy guilt trip when I suggested her going alone. In a world as dangerous as ours, are you seriously asking me to travel alone? She's so darn pushy. Anyway, Dr. Purr promised Lady Impa that they'd meet again someday. Then she and I set out from Kakariko Village. But not before loading a cart with the guidance stone Dr. Purr had been using at Hyrule Castle. We traveled for some time, south of the Pillars of Levia, across Lake Sela, and through Blattery Plain. Then we came upon Fort Hotno. Link had battled an army of guardians there, and it was where he'd been defeated. A master swordsman such as Link, who'd impressed King Rome enough to be made Princess Zelda's personal knight. Well, even someone like that has their limits. I'm sorry, Link. I spent so much of my life researching the Guardians. Even with all my knowledge, I wasn't able to give you the weapons or power you needed to succeed. Those were my thoughts as I looked upon the broken husks of the Guardians strewn around Fort Hotno. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't notice that Dr. Purr had slipped away. I knew Hotno Village wasn't much farther along the road, and that the Calamity had barely touched that area, so I felt safe letting her continue on her own. We parted ways without even saying goodbye, I suppose. Stirring myself back to action, I set out on my own journey back toward Kakariko Village. With Dr. Purr escorted safely to Hotno Village, it was time for me to head for my new home in Akkala. I returned to Kakariko Village to collect the remaining guidance stone, then I immediately set out for Akkala. I made my way through the Leneru wetlands and headed toward Turnio Trail. I knew that once I crossed the Akkala span, I would officially be in Akkala. The autumn leaves brought some joy to my spirit as I crossed Shadow Pass, then headed north from Odorok Quarry. Akkala is known for its long stretches of nothing. I'd set out hoping that would still be the case. I was attacked by a guardian here and there as I went, but remember, I'd spent my life studying them. Dispatching them individually was no challenge at all. And in the time, I reached the lighthouse in Akkala, a perfect place to keep an eye on the monsters out there. I then loaded my guidance stone and settled into my new home. And so began my life of solitary research. I knew I had to continue to research the ancient soldier gear for Link. He could wake at any time. I quickly settled on a routine. First, I would carry the blue flame from Tumlea Heights. Next, I would melt the ancient materials, refine the result, and then shape it into ancient soldier gear. It's difficult to say how much progress I made in my research. The routine demanded so much focus day after day. But then I had a clever thought. I realized I could automate the entire refinement process. It took some significant work, but I was able to successfully remodel the guidance stone. Thanks to my effort, I can refine any ancient material inserted into it and offer something in return. I named this machine Cherry, after the first girl I ever loved. My research didn't end with the creation of Cherry, not at all. I realized that if she was able to refine the ancient materials,
There was no reason she couldn't also manufacture ancient soldier gear too. Anyone could make ancient equipment. I also decided then that I wanted to be able to give her a voice so she could speak. I was filled with ambition then, but it was no easy task to make my dreams a reality. Automating the manufacturing process was extremely difficult. It took me decades to figure it out. I'll spare you the details of all the things that went wrong, but I will say it was complex enough that I had to put my desires to remodel Cherry on the back burner for a while. Days and months came and went before I even realized that I'd reached the ripe age of 90. I would have been lost in my work even then, but around that time a young woman named Jaren arrived. She'd first trained with Dr. Purra, then Lady Impa had sent her to aid me. She quickly proved herself quite capable. She carried the blue flame from Tumlea Heights and even reworked and improved my design for Cherry. The very fact that she had trekked all the way from Kakariko Village alone proved she was no ordinary girl. Her intellect, her spirit, and hindsight, is it any surprise that we eventually ended up married? Thanks to Jaren's redesign, Cherry was soon crafting ancient soldier gear perfectly and speaking beautifully. She spoke better than any machine I'd ever heard. It would have been hard to tell she wasn't a native Hylian. If I said good morning, she'd respond with a sweet,
Good morning, Robbie.
and she was helpful. Cherry, where'd I leave my book?
It's the third book from the right on the second shelf, Robbie.
She also knew to ask if she needed something.
Robbie, could you increase the furnace heat a little?
I'd always go personally to fetch more blue flame from Tumlea Heights. I didn't realize our interactions hurt someone. That someone was Jaren. Perhaps it was due to her namesake, but my exchanges with Jerry hurt Sharon. Despite the fact that she knew Cherry was only a machine, but still, this is wild. She still felt uneasy with my interactions with her. She was in tears when she told me. She knew it was made little sense, and yet she couldn't help how she felt. I was devastated. I hadn't even realized the pain I was causing. Although Jaren was designed by Sherry, she was now being hurt by her own creation. We agreed to restore Cherry to her original mechanical way of speaking. I took it upon myself to make the changes. From then on, I was careful not to refer to her as Cherry. Doing so would anger my wife, so instead I called her Ancient Oven. By the way, Ancient Oven, not a good phrase to call your wife. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful young one who bore all the features of his mother. We decided to name him Grante, and together we passed the time as a happy family at Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. It was unfortunately only a temporary peace. Princess Zelda did her best to contain Calamity Ganon. Around the time Grante turned 3, a letter from Dr. Purra arrived. It was a shock to receive it. The last time she'd written it was to talk about an assistant from Kakariko Village whom she felt was useless. She was writing now to let me know she'd completed research on powering up the runes, like stasis. Hearing this reinvigorated my interest in researching ancient soldier gear. Grante grew fast, and it wasn't long before he towered over me. He loved to carry blue flame from Tumlea Heights, calling it a chance to train his body. I could see the curiosity in his eyes, and so I encouraged him to travel the world and see as much as he could. He'd always been independent, but I was still surprised when, the very day I told him to travel, he left. Writing about Grante's training reminds me. A few days before he left, I thought it might be a good idea to have Grante study with Dr. Purra. I wrote to ask her what she thought of such an idea, and she sent a letter that simply said, "Don't send anyone here." I wonder what happened to her to make her say such a thing. Stop reading. Whew! My turn. Hey. Ox. Actually, that's a map. It's really low res.
It's the eyes on the skull lake.
Oh, okay. I see. Go this way, not this way. Alright, gracious. I'm gonna go upstairs. I know I'm gonna be the one tasked with this flame thing, which is gonna be fun with that guardian. There's nothing up here I can mess with yet. This place is kind of in shambles, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's by design. Alright, so where we need to get to is,
Oh, you can go up higher.
I suppose I can. Weird.
Oops.
Spider-Link, he'll climb almost anything, unless he doesn't, 'cause he stops, and then you just want to call the cops. Come on, climb for Christ's sake, Spider-Link.
Bridge.
Can't climb
To the
this.
left.
Oh wait, you can.
Oh, there's a shrine to the right.
What?
See it?
Good eyes. Hold on. Oh, stand, buddy. Oh Christ, oh Christ, oh Christ, oh Christ. Huh. I am impressed that you saw that.
But I guess we would have went to check that out at some
Yeah.
point. Change to stamp. You're a shrine. Shrine hiding inside. Little bridge. This will probably all be important and relevant at some point. That's not yet right now. Oh, actually no.
I was heading up here. I was just chilling. All right, bye.
Is there a map?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So the current objective is taking me to Tumblia Heights. This is gonna be hard because that guardian
Is in there.
is
yeah.
still there, and if we lose the flame, well, we can regather it, I guess, at once we've put it somewhere. Do 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 do. Outrunning this fox.